We've got two issues that have unfortunately collided at the same time. We've had refugees that have come from different places. I think initially that surge started off with Syria.
Right.
Then we went into Ukraine, Gaza, etc. Yes. Like, so we've got in Africa. So we've got this swell, if you will, right, of people that need help and refuge. On the other side, we've had a huge spike, especially through COVID, of homelessness when it comes to people that were couch surfing, living in their car, just on the edge with paying rent or being able to afford a house, and now all of a sudden, the hard times hit. Right. And what we're at right now for just shelter space, the Region Appeal is at 405% capacity. Now, the mantra that we have at the Region Appeal is, if you want a place of shelter, we will not turn you away. And so the good part of that is we will not turn you away. The bad part of that is the word gets out and people come, because I know Toronto, for example, has had some more challenges, as they deal with that. But make no mistake, Mississauga, Peel, Brampton, these are areas that, we felt it and feel it. And so there has been a new facility up by the airport that has been put to good use. We have a few other spaces, but it's trying not to just get people some shelter that they need and get some food that they need. There's a big difference between a handout and a hand up. And then, so you get the basics, get everybody firmly planted, and that's whether you're living rough on the street here, or you're a refugee and you're living rough on the street, or you just don't know where the heck you are, because, some of what happens is people come over from, wherever they need refuge, and they essentially get deposited at Pearson Airport. Right. And they say, well, we're done now. Right. Well, now what? If you have language barriers, if you don't know anybody, you're literally dropped into a completely foreign entity to survive on your own. Right. And this is where I think there's some opportunities, especially when it comes to our interactions at Pearson. For sure. That gateway, when people first come in, right, and that's looking at things a little bit differently, right, because if you can come in and there's a package where you can sit down with somebody, a counselor, that says, hey, and I say counselor, not counselor, but a counselor, yes, where you can sit down and say, okay, so you've come in from wherever you've come from, this is where you can go to get your shelter, this is where you can go to fill out your resumes, to get your paperwork done, etc., and start to get your life back in order again, and plug into some community networks as well, because there's no community that I know of around the globe that, if you need help, that they're going to turn their back on you, and so. But if you don't know about it, then you can't tap into it. So I think there's some opportunities there, but we're making some progress right now. But it's been challenging, and also, quite frankly, the federal government needs to come up with something more meaningful, because the Region Appeal is draining over $3.5 million a month out of reserves, right, not just off the tax roll, it's out of reserves, right, and then they get topped up afterwards. And I think having something that's a little bit more predictable that we can actually work on together. And this is the big opportunity now is, and the theme that you probably got is, working together, you get things done. For sure. And I'm a firm believer in it, and I've got that ability to do that on council. I can do that at the region. I can do that provincially and federally. And this is a real opportunity, because the passion has to be there to help people, and that's where my passion is.